course, being HP. So how about we give you a whole home office makeover? Sound good? How about we give you technical support basically for free for 2 years? Sound good? Okay, that's valued at over $356, getting close to that $400 mark. Oh yeah, and you know you're gonna print some stuff. So let's include the #1 name when it comes to printers in the home market, and that is HP. Let's throw in some instant ink too, just to get you going. Only thing you have to decide is the color, which I'll do next, and then do you want the version with Office or without? So Jared, I'll rely on you for the final quantities. So it looks like my teal is completely gone, because I know this has been on fire throughout the week. This, I didn't want to unplug the one on my host position, but this is the aubergine. And the aubergine has kind of like a snake or an exotic skin, you know, coloring to it. That's a backlit keyboard, by the way. Then we also have it in the rose gold and in the silver. Now remember, your choice with Office or without. It is also on FlexPay. Check with your service representatives for our Protection Plus plan. But I want you to see what we call our 3-2-1 or 1-2-3 coverage, because I was blown away that we are including that with your purchase tonight. And that means, yes, basically buy a computer, and then we'll include basically over $500 worth of freebies from the printer. That Smart Friend is almost $400, $356 if you want to be exact. Find My HP, language, damage protection, and of course all of your software as well. And thank you so much for that, guys. There is like a little cheat sheet graphic too that just shows you that 1, 2, 3 that I think really illustrates what a great value this is. So just to reiterate, free support, find your HP, as Helen Keeney says, low jack for your computer, and of course the mulligan, that accidental drop or damage protection. All right, well the price has dropped, and my friend is back, my work husband, that would be Aaron Berger. And Aaron, I saw you presenting this with other hosts throughout the week, and I thought, does Aaron not love me anymore? Why do I not get to talk about this? I'm like, where is it?
Now you know better than that.
I do know better than that. But welcome back as always. Doggone it. I mean, we keep saying grads and dads. The only time this year really that we're gonna see like a whole home office makeover, right?
That's exactly right. With the #1 selling computer manufacturer in America, that of course is HP, and the #1 selling printer manufacturer in America, that of course is HP as well. You're getting it all. We really sort of curated it, put it all together. So we know a lot of you, want to sort of do it all in one fell swoop, have it all taken care of very simply. And boy, is this an easy way to do it tonight. So we'll start for a minute. A bit of an overview on the computer, then we'll do an overview of the printer, because again, you're getting them both. When it comes to the computer, the #1 thing that I'll point out about it, this is the 17-inch computer. So it's the largest size, it's easier to use, it's easier to see. This one's even easier to take with you. It only weighs 4.35 pounds, has a battery life of about 9.5 hours. So it is just with you all the way, all day. But in all my years at HSN, over 16 years now, I've sold phones and I've sold tablets, I've sold computers, lots of things with screens, and we get your feedback, which is awesome. In fact, say hi to me on Facebook, say hi to me on Instagram, _Aaron Berger, AARONBERGER. Friend me there, say hi to me there. It's always fun to talk. What no one has ever said to me is, Aaron, I wish I'd bought a smaller screen. Never one time. And now plenty of people said, I should have sized up, should have gone to the next size. That, would have made life a little bit easier, would have been worth it. This is the biggest screen we offer in a laptop. It's a 17.3-inch high definition plus screen. And there's this really nice touchpad at the bottom. And with this touchpad, you can pinch and you can zoom and you can scroll and you can see things. Like you can see Adam's little face just as clear as can be. You can read that says Adam's Open House. If you couldn't see it before, you certainly can see it now. So that's a real key, but that's honestly one of many keys. This is the biggest brands. It's HP, it's Intel. This has an Intel Celeron processor built in. It's up to 12 times better three-dimensional gaming. It's up to 8 times faster high-definition video conversion because it is Intel inside. What else? Oh, Windows 11 is built in too, the latest operating system from Microsoft. So creating connecting, and playing are really key. And we'll get into all of those. A couple other just small things: high definition webcam built in, biometric fingerprint reader. That ain't something you see every day, especially in this kind of price, and even a backlit keyboard, one of my favorite things about it. So that's just a very, very brief overview. We'll get into 8 gigs RAM, 256 gig solid state drive. But my printer's getting jealous, so let me just spend a moment with the printer. It's not just a printer. I always say it's like calling the space shuttle an airplane. Yes, it is a great printer, but it is a printer. It is a flatbed scanner. It is a copy machine. You can do black and white and color copies on it as well. Probably the most important thing, the key thing, is this is an HP Instant Ink compatible printer, which means when you sign up for HP Instant Ink, first of all, the first 6 months are free. You sign up, you get for what's called HP Plus. 6 months are free, and then if you don't want to continue after that, you don't even have to. You never have to pay for it at all. But HP Instant Ink is an ink replacement service where the ink comes to you automatically. So you never have to go to the store to buy ink again. It means you never run out of ink. You never have to remember which cartridge you buy. And it saves you about half. It's actually the lowest price color printing in America on any printer that retails for under $200. So Shannon, I'm sorry. I know I took up about half my time there. It's an extended overview, but we've got a package that is an armful tonight, and it's your last chance to get it as a weekly deal drop.
It is. Hey, Jared, before I turn Aaron loose with some of the details, can I show how few of these we have left? Because I was actually looking at my sheet and I'm like, oh, I'm getting nervous. 568 total. So there are like only 500 people who can get this. And that's distributed between with Office or without. So Jared, I'm just looking at my sheet of paper here. The best choice is with Office. Okay, so with Office, we have it in the aubergine and the silver. And without Office, we have it in the aubergine and the rose. So bottom line is the aubergine is gonna be your best option because we have aubergine with or without Office. No Office, that's that rose color. With Office, that's that silver color. Any way you stack it, it is for this show. 500 reservations and 500 reservations only. If it's possible, I'd love to show that little cheat sheet graphic with the 1, 2, 3, just to put it on the highlight reel, and then I'll have Aaron continue to give you details. But this is not inexpensive. In fact, when you saw that if purchased separately, which thanks again to my team for doing that, that Smart Friend is a $356 value alone. So basically, by the time you tally it up, the accidental damage protection, that's the mulligan, that's the dropsies, the 3 years of Find My HP, that's another freebie. You get the free shipping, you get the price only now, and then you have those interest-free payments. That's what FlexPay is all about. Remember, we include the printer. We include that instant ink compatibility. We include, well, get it with Office or without, but there's a wealth of other software that is included with this. Teams built in, great webcam built in, great keyboard, all of the things that check every box. And let's get into some of the serious techs and specs before this sells out, Aaron, because when we debuted this and thousands of these were spoken for, now there are only 500 remaining. Wow. If you are a techie, now here's what's so cool. Whether you're just watching cat videos on Facebook, this is still your computer, or if you're someone who wants more of a serious dream machine because you're officing from home, you're doing virtual doctor's visits, this is checking the box. Because at the end of the day, it has the processor that you want, it has more RAM, it has that solid state drive, it has a graphics processor that is so advanced, it is ready-made for serious gamers. So this is the ultimate dream machine computer for memory, for value, for price, and for features, isn't it?
It really is. And you know, one of the things that drives those features, as I said, it's the big three. So it's HP, the #1 selling computer brand in America. So you're walking into the store and saying, I'll take the best. I'll take what most people prefer. Forget about the price. We got FlexPay. We got, I can do it. I can have what the brand that most people prefer. So that feels good. But there's something beyond that, or really I should say in addition to that, that switches up the ballgame. And that is the fact that this computer has an Intel processor. See that little blue sticker? Bum, 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 bum. Sound familiar? Maybe a little bit. An Intel processor means it has the #1 processor company in the entire world, the best of the best. It's the one that computer people say, I will only buy a computer if it has an Intel processor in it. It sets the gold bar. We're going to show you this video twice, and then we're going to show you a video on Intel graphics right after this. So the Intel Celeron processor is built for value and versatility. It's really built for everyday computing. So what are the things that you do every day on your computer? Do you watch a video? Or videos, and I'll tell you why in a few minutes, because it has Intel HD video built in. So do you watch Netflix, and do you stream YouTube? Do you do those kind of things? Do you do email every day on your computer? Do you do some word processing, those kind of things? Smooth running apps, email, web browsing, video, light gaming, those things are all great. Less waiting and more doing. Work and play for hours and hours. In fact, it's about a 9.5 hour battery life. So boy, that's a long battery life. Look at these numbers. 12 times better 3D gaming, 8 times faster high definition video conversion, all thanks to the Intel graphics card that's built in. So it makes the biggest difference, whether you're gaming. I mean, if you're gaming, that's great. The games will look beautiful on it. But many of us we watch video, right? We watch Netflix, or we watch Hulu, or we watch Showtime. We watch whatever our shows are. Anything that is basically moving picture is informed by the high definition video card that's built in. Video chips, graphic chips have been hard to get. You're getting an Intel chip built in. So that is a big part of this computer. And another thing I want to mention that's really big and really key is the fact that this has a solid state drive. So if we take a look at our description over here, HP 17-inch Intel, and then it says 8 gigs of RAM. RAM is important too. I'll get to that. 256 gigabyte, this is key, SSD. SSD stands for solid state drive. It means basically there's no moving parts inside the computer. What used to be a mechanical moving drive, where every time it would store, every time it would share information or copy information or paste information, it would move. And the movement of that drive would create heat. Heat creates friction. Friction is the enemy of consumer electronics. That's gone. And then we'd have to put in a fan. The fan would cool it down. The fan would also create more weight and take more battery life. Anyway, that's all gone. In its place is a much newer technology called a solid state drive. And what a solid state drive does, and we'll show you a little video now, is it makes your computer lighter, it makes your computer quieter, and it makes it faster. Remember, this computer only weighs about 4.5 pounds, so it's really lightweight. Lighter, quieter, and faster. Faster boot up. Your applications load more quickly, better battery life, no moving parts, so it's more durable. That's a really nice part as well. Just an overall better and faster experience thanks to the solid state drive. And you know, quite frankly, you still can simply and easily buy a computer that isn't a solid state drive, that's a hard disk drive. But the advantages, of course, are lighter, quieter, and faster. And one of the other advantages of having a solid state drive is that it just responds more quickly. So for example, this is live. We are broadcasting our own channel live. This is HSN live. We just broadcast in about a 10 or 15 second delay, but you can see that's live video. I'm going to close it. I'm going to open the computer again. How long would it take your computer if you were live streaming? And you close it and you open it, would it be buffering? Would it be waiting? Would it be hesitating? Would it be pausing? Not here. And you can see I've got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have about 10 things open at one time. So the speed with that solid state processor, with that solid state drive, and then with the Intel Celeron processor and the Intel high definition graphics card, Shannon, they make this just a smooth running machine.
Okay, I'm looking at this keyboard. I'm seeing some of the updates that you have to pay extra for everywhere else. And don't tell Adam Freeman, but I have usurped him as employee of the month. So, because, you know, one of the presentations that I saw earlier, because Adam got his hands on this before I did, Adam was the employee of the month. I have usurped him tonight, ladies and gentlemen. There's the certificate to prove it. But there is also that full-size keyboard with capacity and abilities that frankly, you are looking at normally in excess of $1,000 spending. I'm showing you the Aubergine, which is our exclusive, well, this is an exclusive configuration, even though the HP is the #1 name in laptops in America, and they are the #1 name in printers as well. But on the Aubergine, that's the best availability and the best choice tonight. Because in the Aubergine, you can choose it with Office or without Office. And that is, well, again, and you can only get it during this show for the next 11 minutes for this price. If you want the silver, that is with Office only. If you want the rose, that is without Office only. So if you want the rose, that is without Office only. If you want the silver, that is with Office only. And frankly, I can see that's why the silver is a runaway hit and favorite in this hour, in addition to that Aubergine, because frankly, if you're going to do it, do the one with Office. I mean, I realize if you've got your heart set on rose, just, get it while this price is available. And Aaron, I think that's the other thing that we need to keep going back to. These are features that we look for in a much higher price. They are America's brand for a reason, number one brand here at HSN. Even though HP is a global leader, they do these things only for HSN. But because this has the bigger screen, it's a whole home office makeover. It is a one and done. I want a better printer, scanner, fax. I want a better computer with better visuals, better memory, bigger memory, faster boot up time, faster recharge time, lightweight and powerful. Hard to top this one, isn't it, Aaron?
And let's talk about the extras that we do only for HSN, right? Shannon mentioned this a little bit earlier. So HP is not only the #1 selling computer brand in America, HP is the #1 selling brand, period, at HSN. So for all the great things HSN sells, all the great kitchen goods and the great beauty and the great fragrances and the great home decor and fashion, you name it, the #1 selling brand is this brand, is HP. So we're proud of that, but it also keeps us up at night, as I like to say, because everyone would like to be the #1 selling brand at a place that sells as many goods as HSN does. What we do to stay there is we do exclusive things that you only find here. And an example of that is what we include. And Shannon went over the value earlier. I think it was about a $486. Don't take that as a direct quote, but $400+ package, again, that only you get when you buy tonight at HSN. We call it our judgment-free IT 123 judgment-free IT support program. So here's what it is. 1 year of accidental damage protection. So if you drop your computer, if you spill on your computer, if you crack your computer, if your kid knocks your computer off your coffee table, whatever, we don't ask what happened, HP will repair with original HP parts and or replace your computer for a full year. Doesn't that feel good? Doesn't that insurance policy feel good? If we stopped there, we'd be in good shape. We don't. That's where we start. And then we go into 2 years. 2 years of HP Smart Friend. HP Smart Friend is your friend in the tech business. So you got a question about your new computers. It has Windows 11. So maybe you have a question about using widgets. Widgets are really cool. If you haven't used widgets yet, I'll just show you real quick down here in the bottom left-hand corner. I got to find my cursor. Here it is. Widgets is this thing where you can just click on the widget and it'll bring up information about your weather and your local news and photos and that, and then you can click it again and it goes away. You don't have to remember that. I just told you really quickly, right? Or I'll tell you, you press F4 to turn the backlit keyboard on and off, for example. Well, maybe you get this home and go, oh, heck, I don't remember how to turn the keyboard on. Doesn't matter. For 2 years, not 30 days or 6 days, 90 days, for 2 years, any question you have, toll-free, 1-800 number. The folks who built the computer are there. You can call and answer any question you want. No question too big, no question too small. So 1 year, accidental damage protection, 2 years of HP Smart Friend, and 3 years of, as Shannon said earlier, our buddy Helen Keeney, who's a well-known stand-up comedian, also a host here at HSN, calls this LoJack for your computer. And that means if your computer is lost, your computer is stolen, even if you just don't know, did I leave it at the gym? Did I leave it at my volleyball tournament tonight? Where did I leave my computer? We'll help you find it for 3 years. There's software built in. All of those are included. Not additional. There's nothing you have to buy additionally. They're included. By the way, HP Smart Friend and the accidental damage protection, that covers your printer as well. And we'll get to that. I'm going to throw it back to Shannon because I know we don't have a lot left and we need an update. And then I'm going to spend a few minutes talking at least about the Instant Ink program that's part of your all-in-one printer copier.
Absolutely. Let me give you a couple of quantity updates, but just as an aside, Boy, these cards of information, these are very interesting if you read them. Because Aaron knows I usually try to memorize everything, believe it or not. That must be my Andrew Lessman vitamins. But so I'm just taking this from our legally approved cards. I think this is interesting. So under their HP Smart Friend, this is what our legally approved cards say. Over the phone, 24/7 technical support from an expert HP technician. But okay, this is what got me. Technicians can walk you through how to solve problems or solve them remotely. Solve them remotely. In your pajamas, wearing pants or not, they can solve those problems for you. And then they also add outsmart hackers, viruses, and digital disasters. I think that's interesting because that's what has that $356 value. And no kidding, that Find My HP, tracking, recovering missing devices, and provides control of your sensitive information. So it helps protect you against fraudulent activity. In fact, that's apropos for me. Someone actually tried to log into the email that I have on my Samsung Galaxy today because I got the little notice, you know, sign in failed. These are things that have a real value to them that we are providing for no additional cost. I was doing the math in my head, so let's say around that $500 mark in terms of bonuses and extras, you know, hovering around that, maybe slightly below. Regardless though, it's a steal of a deal, it's a squealing deal for sure. Your best choice is going to be in the aubergine, I think, excuse me, with Office. Jared, on the aubergine with Office, out of curiosity, can you see on your screens how many we have left? Because that's the one that I'm assuming is the most popular. Oh, you're kidding. If you want the aubergine with Office, there are 100 and 100 only. On the aubergine without Office, couple hundred, Jared. On the version with Office, or I'm sorry, without Office. Okay, so 100 only with Office, about 250 only without Office. Let's go to Silver, because I know everybody wants the with Office. With Office, we have, oh, wait a minute, he says. Did that sell out? Okay, okay. Oh, you're kidding. Come on, he says, giddy up, let's get it. 15 only, so there are 15 Silver only with Office. And then I'll jump down to my Rose, I love that Rose. Okay, that's without Office and, okay, fewer than 200. So obviously, just get what we have. That's what happens. I'm always the last to leave the party, as Erin knows. And you know, the only problem with that is, and Suzanne, she's so funny because she loves to launch because she's like, you know, listen, that means I've got everything. I've got all the choices. I'm kind of used to just being happy with whatever life throws my way. Because I just got to roll with it, you know? So you know, I'm just always happy to see you, Erin, but I do have to just kind of put out that not only sellout alert, but just realize the price, the deal, the package, the buy a computer, get an Office makeover, that whole makeover suite is done when I am done. So get what we've got, get it while the getting's good, and absolutely try it on that Flex Pay. There is also a 30-day return policy with no restocking fee. That's also very unusual in, oh, no kidding. Now, how did I miss that? VIP financing is available. Is it 12-month or 18-month, Jared? It's 12-month VIP financing. So if you get it with Office, that puts you in at around, trying to do the math in my head. That's scary. That's about $55 a month. And then without Office, of course, it'd just be slightly less. Erin, we've only got a couple of minutes remaining before we turn the page over to our scrapbookers. Highlight reel for me, some of the top selling or some of the top features.
I'd love to. So highlight reel on the computer, again, of course, the HP name, Intel. Oh, you know what? We have a video I want to show you guys. It's a really quick video. This is a neat little highlight. This is a biometric fingerprint reader on it, which is so nice because it means, you'll see the video here. When you log into your computer, you can still use your password or you can still use your passcode. But look, I have the computer locked right now, yeah? We all know it's kindergarten, that we all have individual fingerprints. All you do is touch the fingerprint reader. Look, it unlocks the computer for you. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do here is lock the computer again, because this is one of the coolest things. I just learned this recently. It's not just one finger. You've got 5 fingers. You can set up as many fingers as you want to be recognized by the biometric fingerprint reader. So you'll see here, I'm going to take my thumb, right? So it's locked again and just, and that's how you open up your computer. That is indicative of every feature being that. If it has a fingerprint reader, it's certainly going to have a high definition webcam, has USB-A and USB-C ports, has something called HP fast charge. So it charges to 50% full in just 45 minutes. That's almost a 5-hour charge.